In the hotter months of the year, as we get out there camping, we're always looking for ways to keep ourselves cool. And I've used a Makita fan, a little portable Makita fan for years now, and it's a good fan, but it's a bit of a pain because you've got to carry a charger with you, and they're not the same charger as the other Makita tools. It's a smaller battery, so then you've got to take another charger. But what I've got here to show you, you don't actually need a charger at all. This fan charges itself. Well, it kind of charges itself. It's got its own solar panel. This is the Itehil portable solar fan. It's a regular fan, but it charges itself with solar. You don't have to charge it with solar. That's just the main way that you can charge it. It's also chargeable by this USB port right here. It doubles up as a power bank. It's got a few features in this thing. When I'm camping in the heat, probably like all of you guys, when it gets dark, when you're trying to go to sleep, it can be pretty hard to do because it's so damn hot. And quite often I'll put that little Makita fan up in the rooftop tent and I'll leave it going all night. Then I'll wake up at about 1 o'clock in the morning going, it's too bloody cold now, and try and find this thing and turn it off. This overcomes that for me. So I'll show you around this thing first. Construction is ABS plastic. It's Tonka tough. I haven't broken this. I've dropped it, not quite from the top, but I've dropped it from the second step down on the rooftop tent there, on the camper trailer. So the way this works is a solar panel on one side, it simply opens up just like that. I think it goes at 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and then 90 degrees, and it will work the whole way like this. And initially my thoughts were this has got a downside in that it's got to be at one of those angles. I want to use it like that, pointing straight at me, but the airflow goes in the back here in this gap, and you can see that's how it goes there. So obviously you could just put it like that and it'll work. That's how I use it in the tent, on its side like this. This will go for 10 hours. I think it is 10 hours at the minimal speed without the oscillation. So around the edge of the solar panel, this is a 10 watt solar panel, I think it is. And if you were to charge this just with solar, it's going to take about 14 hours. And to be honest, I haven't done it like that yet. I've only got this sitting out there in the sun when I'm not using it, if I'm doing something else around camp. Other than that, if I want to charge it, I'm going to use this USB port here, and it's got a rubber cover over it, and you charge it with one, and you can actually use this as a power bank for charging phones and stuff. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't do it. I think if you've got a dedicated product, use the dedicated product. I wouldn't rely on this as a power bank. I just wouldn't. There's a number of LED lights along here, and there's also one in this, underneath that grommet there. There's a small little hole there, and that there is the indicator to show that it's charging. The indicator lights is pretty much the only thing about this that I don't like. Along the control panel here, if you like, on the far left-hand corner, you've got this rhythm button. I'll explain that one in a second. Then you've got a timer button. This is really good for when you go to bed and you don't want this thing going all night. You can set it to 2, 4, 6, and 8 hours, and it will shut off after that period of time. And next along there is the power of the fan, and it's got low, medium, high, and turbo. And honestly, it's pretty much the same sort of volume of air pushing at you as what the Makita one does. And that little rhythm button that's there, what it does is it fluctuates between all those low, medium, high, and turbo settings. It goes between them all, kind of like an oscillating fan, that you're going to get some pressure, then not get some, then get some more pressure. It's actually very good for sleeping in with that different sort of pressure. It's not a constant. I quite like it. Now, you may remember a few months ago I did a review on a water purifier. It's actually the same company that makes this. After I did that review, somebody asked me, can you review the fan? I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I reached out to these guys and said, can you send me the fan? I want to have a use of it and review it if it seems appropriate. And it did seem appropriate. There's two things that I don't like about this. Just two. One, the LED lights that are here, in bright sunlight, they're really hard to see. And two, I have no idea how much power is in this right now. I've used it a bit. It's been in the sun for a little bit. No idea how much battery is left in this. There's no battery indicator at all. There's an indicator to show that it's charging. There's an indicator to show what level the fan is blowing at and the duration and so forth, but there's no actual battery indicator to say it's like 25% left. So I guess, and I haven't been caught out by it, but I can absolutely see that some people would, me included in this, would set it up, use it for the day and go, it's getting pretty warm, might go to bed, and it runs out of power within 20 minutes of being in bed. And that would be a bit of a pain. So other than that, this is a pretty bloody good fan. See you guys later.